All right, OAS family. So here is a quick video today about using ink to practice color principles. So we're basically talking about painting with ink, but painting in a way that will teach you techniques that will also allow you to be more effective with color. So what I've done today was I've taken our best bottle ink here and I mixed 3 different shades of that ink. So here I have a pure ink, and then over here in this stackable dish I have a light ink and then a medium ink. So I have 3 different shades of ink, and all I did was I added about the same amount of ink to each dish, and then I just diluted the lighter shades with differing amounts of water. So I've prepared my 3 shades of ink. I'm going to be painting on our practice roll paper, and today I'm going to be using our Superflow brush. So I like using a larger brush for this type of work, because what you'll notice is that for us to paint in this way, for us to show different color values, we want to load, in general, when we paint, we want to use only the lower part of the brush. And so to show more color values and variation between different shades, we want as much real estate possible in this lower third so we can show the variation and the darker colors don't get loaded too deep. So to start off, I'm going to go ahead and I don't have a camera person here today, so if you'll bear with me, I'm going to go ahead and prepare my brush. So I'm rinsing the brush to soften it, and then I'm brushing the brush along the edge of my water bowl to get rid of all the excess water. And then I'm going to go ahead and load the lightest ink the deepest into the brush, but not more than 1/3. Okay, so you can see here, I'm sort of getting that down, and it's not deeper than 1/3. And then I will load the medium ink a little bit shallower, and then I will load the darkest ink at the very tip. And then I'm going to go ahead and blend the brush to marry those colors a little bit, and then reload the darkest at the tip. Okay, so once I've gone ahead and done that, I'm going to go ahead and do my stroke. And then when I'm loading the brush in the same way, I want to use the brush in a very specific way. So if I want to show the tip, I will drop the tip down first, but then very quickly lower the boom and then paint with the body of the brush. Okay, and then I will get some tonal variations in the ink, and I will see some fading from light to dark. And then I can just sort of pair this with another stroke here to make kind of like our leaf stroke. So you can see here that now I'm using the ink, but I'm getting these different shades of gray, and I would use the exact same technique if I was painting in color. So I'm just going to go ahead and reload the brush exactly the same way as before, and I'm going to do it again. So again, I've loaded the ink, the 3 different shades of ink onto the brush. And then I'm going to go ahead and set the tip, and then paint with the body, and then finish the stroke. And then I'll do my second stroke like that. Okay, so this could be a leaf stroke or a petal stroke, very useful, flexible stroke in particularly in Chinese flower painting. But these are called shape strokes. And when we want to paint these shape strokes showing tonal variety that's kind of the technique. And we don't really need to use color, although it works with color. So if I were to do this with color, I would just pick like a shade of colors that were like 3 different shades of colors that were all related to each other. So yellow could be my lightest, then vermilion could be my middle color, and then red could be my darkest color. Or if I was going leaves, I would go light green, dark green, indigo. And I would use the exact same technique, and the result would be just something that had color tonal variety rather than just ink. All right, so hopefully you can practice this on your own and get used to using different tones in your ink and blending them and showing single strokes where the different shades of ink blend from light to dark, and then you'll be ready to use color and use the same techniques. All right, thanks very much for watching, and we wish you happy painting.